What's up? Troy here. I'm underneath the Chevelle for a couple of reasons. I'm looking at mainly the exhaust because I noticed some exhaust gas smell as I've been driving the car, and that really quick fix that I did with connecting the pipes. I need to tighten them up, but I do not like the way the system looks. The people that know me very well realize that I'm not a huge person for paint, obviously, because of the way the car looks, but I am a stickler for exhaust. My pipes have, for a very long time, touched my control arm braces. These are braces that connect the upper control arm mounting point to the lower control arm mounting point, because Chevelles are notorious for stressing mounting points and cracking. And right here you can see the point that is bothering me. I have, oh boy, I could fit a feeler, nah, I can't even fit a feeler gauge in there. This muffler is touching, this is my lower control arm here. Here is the mounting point where it comes into the box. It's like a torque box here. And then I have a brace, and right here you can see a brace with a nut, and that brace runs from the lower control arm to the upper control arm. That is touching the muffler, and it's actually putting some stress on the front header flange. If you recall, I changed headers on this. These headers have a wider spread than the blackjacks. These are hooker headers that I have on here, hooker competition headers. So now that bumped my exhaust outboard. So it messed up the alignment for the whole exhaust system, and man, it just bothers me. And I need to try to remedy this before I get it to the track, because when you get this thing cranking at wide open throttle, I did notice it does buzz back here, and I just don't want to have any issues here with this nut or any vibration coming from the mufflers and loosening up this nut, because this nut right here actually is attached to the bolt that runs not only through this control arm brace, but through the lower control arm and comes in out of the chassis on the other side here. So I need to remedy that shortly. So how am I going to solve the problem? Well, initially I thought I would install a shorter muffler. I'd go from my 2-chamber Flowmaster mufflers to a 1-chamber Flowmaster muffler. Offset inlet, offset outlet. That way I can keep my tailpipes, which are in good condition. And it would save me quite a bit of money by keeping the tailpipes. But looking at it in greater detail, I think that I will get brand new pipes bent from the headers to the muffler inlet to shift the system inboard that 1/4 of an inch, not even 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 an inch that I need. And it'll also clean up the pipe outlet, which I'm not happy with on the passenger side because of this header being in a different position on its collector side. So that'll be the plan. I'm going to try to get other front pipes here from the primary pipe going from the header collector to the muffler inlet bend up, and that should fix the problem. It will also take care of that exhaust leak up front. Alright, today is the day. Despite being 7 a.m. and pouring, I'm driving the Chevelle to the exhaust shop to get the pipes bent that go from the headers to my mufflers. We'll see how it goes. I picked a miserable day to take off from work, but we're going to get it done. We'll see how it turns out. I'll show a video of how it looks underneath. It's going to be a real inexpensive fix, but it'll be a good fix. Alright, just got my exhaust done from the headers to the mufflers. So I got 3-inch pipes from the headers to the mufflers. It goes into a 2.5-inch muffler that I always had before. More than happy. I'm going to check it out when I get home just to see how it looks. Just by looking at it underneath, when I hopped in the car, you know, things look good. It sounds good, no leaks or anything. But even better, it was around $100. You can't beat it. The place I went to is called Red Run Exhaust, and pretty cool place. A lot of friends that I have got stuff done there before, and people come from all over to get work done there. They're so busy though that they're always booked at least a month out. So we're the end of April here. I scheduled this end of March to get it in, but yeah, they're quick, but really nice work. So I'm happy with it. What I'll do is when I get the car back home, I'll show you how it looks underneath, so you can see the work that was done. Alright, here is the finished product. I can say I am more than happy with the way this turned out. Total bill ended up being around $120, and that included the tax. This would be for two 3-inch diameter exhaust pipes that they bend up, welded up a beautiful flange to it, really thick flange, and then they also did the cut back here. We were trying to figure out the best way to do this, and they said right away, how about we just cut into the front of the Flowmaster, insert the 3-inch pipe, and weld it up. I'm more than happy with that. It worked out great, because remember, I'm going for, this was a 2.5-inch exhaust system before, and now I have a 3-inch pipe coming into what would have been a 2.5-inch Flowmaster. Sorry about the lighting here. I also now have plenty of clearance between my control arm brace nut and the muffler. So they did a great job for that price. I'm very, very, very happy with this. Also, the pipe is made in Canada. It's not the cheap Chinese pipe. And I'll show you my old pipes that were on the car since 1994. Those pipes were the same type of pipe, made in Canada, and they lasted forever. This is aluminized pipe. All right, here are the pipes that were pulled off at the exhaust shop. These were installed and bent up by a local shop back in 1994. And look how good this, I mean, you have, little area surface rust, no big deal. But these pipes are in such good shape. And once again, these pipes are made in Canada. A lot of exhaust shops use pipes, a good exhaust shop anyway, they use pipes that are made in Canada. It's very thick pipe. I'll go to the end here. Thick-walled tubing, aluminized steel, and it lasts. It just worked out great. If I wouldn't have had to swap out the headers on here, the headers have been on even longer on the car than what this exhaust was. But you're talking about exhaust that's over 20 years old. Look at the condition it's in. I wouldn't have even had to have replaced it, but I just had to do this crazy hodgepodge deal up here to get the car on the road because of the new headers, because of the spacing. I had mentioned that before, that the headers terminated in a different location under the car than my old headers. So, needed to get the head pipes bend up to match up, and used 3-inch exhaust. And I'll mention it again, the reason I went with 3-inch, look at that, you can't even see the pipes hanging down underneath the car. This is the way exhaust is supposed to be, folks. Anyway, the exhaust, the reason I went this route right now is because in the future, I plan to have full 3-inch pipes all the way out the back. Right now, I still have my 2.5-inch tailpipes, which are in good condition. Right now, I'm trying to do everything as inexpensively as possible because I need to get this guy right here back on the road. This is our 61 Buick. So what I plan to do is the Chevelle will be quieter in the future than this. And I'm going to run 3-inch pipes in out the back and use a much quieter muffler than the Flowmaster. This was done at Red Run Exhaust, 2 locations in Pennsylvania. One in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. The other one is in New Holland, Pennsylvania. And don't be afraid to travel and drive there. I know people that have come in from New Jersey. I have friends in New Jersey that actually got a truck done there and were more than happy. And it was so much less expensive, and the work was a higher quality than anything they could get done locally, that they made the trip and they were more than happy. All right, so there you go. Dreary day here in PA, but I might take the car out for a little bit of a drive here this afternoon. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good one, and don't drive like an animal, stay safe, and enjoy the old cars.